What does it take for someone to be labeled as one in a million? How can one individual be so exceptionally unique that he is able to change the world for the better? Do the stars align perfectly upon his conception, granting him the ability to positively influence the lives of billions? Some might make the case that divine intervention causes people to pursue greatness. Or perhaps it's a person's firmly rooted dedication towards their passion that allows them to eventually become an icon. James Naismith was born in Canada, the eldest son of two Scottish immigrants. At the age of 9, he was orphaned, and he and his siblings went to live with their uncle. While he did not excel academically, he was always a gifted athlete. He earned his bachelor's degree in physical education from McGill University in Montreal, Canada. He became an ordained Presbyterian minister in 1887. He is most commonly known for being the inventor of basketball. In his later life, he received his medical degree, published several books, and became a 32nd degree Freemason. Dr. James Naismith was one in a million. It is my firm belief that his excellence can be attributed to his keen sense of innovation, his unending pursuit of virtue, and his unwavering commitment to excellence. As an innovator, one must first be able to think outside of the box. Creativity is essential in order to be innovative. But in order for one to be labeled as an innovator, they must have more than just a creative mind. One must also be courageous. They cannot be afraid of failure or criticism. They must be passionate about the merits of their innovation. James Naismith exhibited all of the qualities of a great innovator. In the 1890s, Naismith departed from Canada to pursue a career as a professor of physical education at Springfield College in Massachusetts. While working there, he volunteered at his local YMCA. Naismith found that during the winter months, YMCA patrons became restless and struggled to enjoy indoor exercise. Naismith saw an opportunity for innovation. He decided to conceptualize a new indoor sport. He wanted the sport to be aerobic, accessible to anyone, and safe. He used other popular sports as points of reference for his new sport. He decided to use a soft, large ball and space two goals far enough apart that running between them would be challenging and increase the player's fitness levels. James Naismith invented basketball and wrote the original 13 rules. Upon introducing the game to his peers, Naismith was criticized. No one believed that basketball would catch on. But Naismith was a true innovator. He believed in his invention and would not take no for an answer. He spent a considerable amount of time teaching YMCA patrons about the game, and soon enough it caught on. People liked how it was challenging enough that it created a level playing field for nearly everyone. Now, over a century later, basketball is played by millions of people all over the world. Virtue is defined as behavior showing high moral standards. While the word can be interpreted in many different ways, it is my belief that one cannot be passively virtuous. Virtue is pursuing the betterment of society in all walks of life, always striving to improve the world you live in for future generations. I am convinced that James Naismith lived to serve others. He was the perfect embodiment of virtue. While I could spend countless hours highlighting acts of virtue exhibited by Dr. Naismith, I chose to address one that directly impacts me on a daily basis. James Naismith helped found the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity at the University of Kansas. I am a current member of KU Sig Ep. Part of being a fraternity man is learning the chapter history, and in 1923, James Naismith chose to erect Sig Ep at the University of Kansas. When asked why he chose Sig Ep, Naismith said that the three cardinal principles, virtue, diligence, and brotherly love, appealed to him greatly. He served as chapter counselor for a number of years and eventually actually ended up marrying our house mother. He was a man of virtue. He established a housing community that has shaped balanced men and promoted fraternalism for over 90 years. Here is our Sig Ep crest and charter, and a picture of Dr. Naismith that sits in another hallway of our house. It is my firm belief that to be excellent entails making a choice. You may be good, You may even be great, merely by the grace of God. But in order to be excellent, to truly excel, you must choose to do so. James Naismith chose to excel in all walks of life. As I stated previously, he was an accomplished writer, a doctor of medicine, a collegiate professor, and a Presbyterian minister. By the end of his life, he was also a 32nd degree Freemason. While Masonry is shrouded in secrecy, a 32nd degree Mason is said to be extremely philanthropic or giving. To join their ranks is nearly impossible and considered to be a great honor. Naismith excelled in nearly everything he did. And through everything that he did, he never failed to give to those who were around him. Whether it was giving spiritual guidance or providing the world with a game of basketball, Naismith excelled at giving. It was this excellence that earned him the title of 32nd degree Freemason. The life of Dr. James Naismith is a story of triumph and inspiration. He was able to accomplish so many things in his 78 years on this earth. His work as an innovator continues to benefit people all over the world, evident through his invention of basketball. He excelled in all walks of life. What we should all take away from the life of Dr. Naismith is that anyone can change the world in a positive fashion if they put their mind to it. It's a matter of making the choice to be excellent. Thank you for your time.